Hello everyone. Today we will discuss chapter 5, later mural traditions. Even after Ajanta, very few sites with paintings have survived, which provide valuable evidence to the to reconstruct the traditions of paintings. It may also be noted that sculptures too were plastered and painted. The tradition of cave excavations continued further at many places where sculpting and painting were done simultaneously. Badami. One such site is Badami in the state of Karnataka. Badami was the capital of the Western Chalukyan dynasty, which ruled the region from 543 to 598 CE. With the decline of the Vakadaga rule, the Chalukyas established their power in Deccan. The Chalukya king Mangalesha patronized the excavation of Badami caves. He was the younger son of the Chalukya king Pulakeshin I and the brother of Kirtivarman I. The inscription in cave number 4, it mentions the date 578 to 579 CE, describes the beauty of the cave and includes the dedication of the image of Buddha, image of Vishnu. Thus, it may be presumed that the cave was excavated in the same era and the patron records his Vaishnava affiliation. Therefore, the cave is popularly known as the Vishnu cave. Only a fragment of the painting has survived on the vaulted roof of the front mandapa. The paintings in this cave depict palace scenes. One shows Kirtivarman, the son of Pulakeshin I, and the elder brother of Mangalesha, seated inside the palace with his wife and feudatories watching a dance scene. Towards the corner of the panel are figures of Indra and his retinue. Stylistically speaking, the painting represents an extension of the tradition of mural painting from Ajanta to Badami in South India. Okay, here you can see queen and attendants, Badami. Okay, the sinuously drawn lines, fluid forms, and compact composition exemplify the proficiency and maturity the artists had achieved in the 6th century CE. The gracefully drawn faces of the king and the queen remind us of the style of modeling in Ajanta. Their eye sockets are large, eyes are half closed, and lips are protruding. It is noteworthy to observe that the contours of different parts of the face create protruding structures of the face itself. Thus, with simple line treatment, artists could create volume. Murals under the Pallava, Pandava, and Chola kings. The tradition of painting extended further down the south in Tamil Nadu in the preceding centuries with regional variations during the regimes of Pallava, Pandya, Chola dynasties. The Pallava kings who succeeded the Chalukya kings in part of South India were also patrons of arts. Mahendravarman I, who ruled in the 7th century, was responsible for building temples at Pannamalai, Mandagapattu, and Kanchipuram. The inscription at Mandagapattu mentions Mahendravarman I with numerous titles such as the Vijitra Chitta, curious minded, Chitrakara Puli, tiger among artists, Chaityakari, temple builder, which shows his interest in art activities. Okay, here you can see the Sittanavasal, early Pandya period, 9th century CE. Okay, which show his interest in art activities. The paintings in these temples too were done at his initiative, though only fragments remain. The Panamalai figure of a female divinity is drawn gracefully. Paintings at the Kanjipuram temple were patronized by the Pallava king, Raj Simha. Only traces of paintings remain now, which depict Soma Skanda. Okay. Faces are round and large. Lines are rhythmic with increased ornamentation when compared with the paintings of an earlier period. Depiction of torso still remains like the earlier sculptural tradition but is elongated. When the Pandyas rose to power, they too patronized art. Tirumalayipuram caves and Jaina caves at Sittanvasal are some of the surviving examples. A few fragmented layers of paintings can be seen in the Tirumalayipuram In Sittanavasal, the paintings are visible on the ceilings of shrines, in verandas, and on the brackets. On the pillars of the veranda are seen dancing figures of celestial nymphs. The contours of figures are firmly drawn and painted in vermilion red on a lighter background. The body is rendered in yellow with subtle modeling. Supple limbs expression on the faces of dancers, rhythm in their swaying movement, all speak of the artist's skill in creative imagination in visualizing the forms in the architectural context. Their eyes are slightly elongated and at times protrude off the face. This feature is observed in many subsequent paintings in the Deccan and South India. Okay, here you can see Devi, 7th century CE, Panamalai. Okay, the tradition of building temples and embellishing them with carvings and paintings continued during the reign of the Chola king, who ruled over the region from the 9th to 13th century. But it was in the 11th century when the Cholas reached their zenith of power that masterpieces of Chola art and architecture began to appear. The temples of Brihadeshwara at Tanjavur, Gangaikonda, Cholapuram, and Dharasuram were built during the reigns of Raja Chola and his son Rajendra Chola. So, Chola paintings are seen in Nartamalai. The most important are those in Brihadeshwara temple. The paintings were executed on the walls of the narrow passage surrounding the shrine. Two layers of paint were found when they were discovered. The upper layer was painted during the Nayak period in the 16th century, thanks to the cleaning of the surface painting. Examples of the great tradition of painting during the Chola period were unveiled. The paintings show narrations and aspects related to Lord Shiva, Shiva in Kailash, Shiva as Tripurandaga, Shiva as Nadaraja, a portrait of the patron Raja, and his mentor Kuruvar, dancing figures, etc. Vijayanagara murals. The paintings of Brihadeshwara temple exemplify the stylistic maturity the artist evolved over the years. Sinuous, predetermined flow of lines, supple modeling of figures. Dakshinamurti, Vijayanagar, Lepakshi. Okay. Elongation of the physiognomic features of human figures. All these represent the perfection the Chola artist had achieved during the period on the one hand and the phase of transition on the other. With the decline of power of Chola dynasty in the 3rd century, 13th century, the Vijayanagara dynasty captured and brought under its control the region from Hampi to Trichy, with Hampi serving as its capital. Many paintings survive in a number of temples. The paintings at Tripurang, Tiruparankunram near Trichy, done in the 14th century, represent the early phase of the Vijayanagara style. In Hampi, the Virupaksha temple has paintings on the ceiling of its mandapa narrating events from dynastic history and episodes from the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Among the important panels are the ones which shows Vidyaranya, the spiritual teacher of Bukkaraya Harsha, being carried in a palanquin in a procession, and the incarnations of Vishnu. The faces of the figures are shown in profile with large frontal eyes. The figures have narrow waists. In Lapakshi, near Hindupur, in present Andhra Pradesh, there are glorious examples of Vijayanagara paintings on the walls of the Shiva temple. In keeping with the tradition, the Vijayanagara painters evolved a pictorial language wherein the faces are shown in profile and figures and objects two-dimensionally. Lines become still but fluid. Compositions appear in rectilinear compartments. These stylistic conventions on the preceding centuries were adapted by artists in various centers in the South India, as can be seen in the paintings of the Nayaka period. Nayaka paintings of the 17th and 18th centuries are seen in the Tiruparakundram, Srirangam, and Tiruvarur. Okay, here you can see the ladies attending Parvati Vidarbha temple Lepakshi. Okay. In Tiruparakundram, paintings are found of two different periods. of the 14th and 17th century. Early paintings depict scenes from the life of Vardhamana Mahavira. The Nayagat paintings depict episodes episodes from the Mahabharata and Ramayana, and also scenes from the Krishna Leela. In Tiruvarur, there is a panel narrating the story of Muchukunda. Okay. In Chidambaram, there are panels of paintings narrating stories related to Shiva and Vishnu. Shiva as Bhikshandana Murti, Vishnu as Mohini, etc. In the Sri Krishna temple at Chengam in Arcot district, there are 60 panels narrating the story of Ramayana, which represent the late phase of Nayaga paintings. The examples cited above suggest that Nayaga paintings were more or less an extension of the Vijayanagara style, with minor regional modifications and incorporations. The figures, mostly in profile, are set against a flat background. Male figures are shown slim-waisted but with less heavy abdomen as compared to those in Vijayanagara. The artists, as in the previous centuries and following traditions, has tried to infuse movement and make the space dynamic. The painting of Nataraja at Tiruvalanjuli is a good example. Okay, Kerala murals. Kerala painters during the period from the 16th to 18th century evolved a pictorial language and technique of their own while indiscriminately adopting certain stylistic elements from the Nayaga and Vijayanagara schools. The painters evolved a language taking cues from the contemporary traditions like Kathakali and Kalam Eduthu, using vibrant and luminous colors representing human figures in three-dimensionality. Here you can see Venugopal Sri Rama Temple, Triprayar. Okay. Most of the paintings are seen on the walls of shrines and cloister walls of temples and some inside palaces. Thematically too, paintings from Kerala stand apart. Most of the narrations are based on those episodes from Hindu mythology, which were popular in India, popular in Kerala. The artist seems to have derived sources from the oral traditions and local versions of Ramayana and Mahabharata for painted narration. More than 60 sites have been found with mural paintings, which include 3 palaces: Dutch Palace in Kochi, Krishnapuram Palace in Kayankulam, and Padmanabhapuram Palace. Among the sites which were where one can see the mature phase of Kerala's mural painting tradition are Pundarikapuram, Krishna Temple, Panayanarkavu, Tirukudittanam, Triprayar, Sri Rama Temple, and Trishur Vadakkunnathan Temple. Here you can see Krishna playing flute, accompanied by Gopikas. Krishna Temple, Pundarikapuram. Okay. Even today, we observe that mural painting on interior and exterior walls of the houses in villages or havelis is prevalent in different parts of the country. These paintings are usually made by women, either at the time of ceremonies or festivals, or as a routine to clean and decorate the walls. Some of the traditional forms of murals are Pitoro in parts of Rajasthan and Gujarat, Mithila painting in northern Bihar's Mithila region, Varli paintings in Maharashtra, or simply paintings on the walls, be it in a village of Odisha or Bengal, Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh. Okay, here you can see the temple architecture in India map. Okay. So we have completed chapter 5. In the next video, we will discuss chapter 6, temple architecture and sculpture. Thank you for listening me. We'll see you next class. Thank you very much. Bye.